WUSA 9 Weather Impact is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Joe Spear. Made it to Friday, still looking at a little bit of light, wet weather outside. Some of us are even looking at some showers here for the morning, but there is still just a little bit more trying to fall throughout today. It's more so a chance of seeing a couple pop-ups as we head towards the late afternoon, early evening, but it is going to leave us alone in time for a real nice forecast here closer towards this weekend. Again, a lot going on the radar here this morning. A lot of this very, very light green is just sitting as some nighttime noise, but we do have some showers out towards I-81. A little bit of rain is going to be getting closer towards I-95. So still got a few roads that will be a little wet as you're heading out the door this morning, but most of us should be looking fairly quiet here. Temperatures still on the warmer side, 76 degrees in D.C., 73 over in Andrews, 67 over in Front Royal. About the lowest numbers that we got are in the mid-60s, a little bit closer towards far western Virginia and even some parts in northern Maryland as well. So heading out the door this morning, still looking pretty cloudy throughout most of today. Temperatures starting off in the 70s, working up into the mid to upper 80s by this afternoon. Looking at just a few stray raindrops. The rain chances that we have are going to stay extremely isolated, and any showers that we really do see here in the region going to try to stay pretty light. Now numbers are still going to get high today, working up into the upper 80s. Humidity is still hanging out, but it's not as intense as yesterday. We're still going to feel maybe about 5 degrees above the actual temperature. So again, still accounting for that extra feels like number towards the end of today. There is a 1 out of 5 risk of strong to severe weather. It's that marginal potential here along D.C., farther down towards the southern edge of Virginia as well, out towards the beaches. For the most part, we're not looking at a very widespread chance of seeing some of this activity. It's just some of these could get a little gustier at times as you head later into today. So again, most of us are going to manage to stay dry throughout the mid to late morning hours. The real time frame for where we could see some of this activity is dead smack in the middle of the afternoon. So we're not really looking at an all-day kind of event, and it is going to try to work through pretty quickly. By about 1 to 2 o'clock, we're starting to get some light showers working through. That's going to continue up until about 5, and then that's basically it. So once we get later into this evening, most of us should be counting on some dry weather here later into tonight, and it'll stay that way. So again, perfect timing here for the Commanders and Ravens game just up the road at 6 o'clock for kickoff. Temperatures going from the 80s down into the 70s. Again, most of those isolated showers will be out of the area, but if you're there tailgating before the game, you might start to run into at least a chance of seeing it out there. So odds are you'll mostly stay dry for the game. It just kind of depends on what you're doing leading up to it, that you might have to bring something to keep you a little bit drier. The weekend still looks fantastic. By Saturday, we're looking at temperatures down into the mid 80s. Good bit of sunshine is building back in. Sunday, we're just back up to about 90, a little sunnier and brighter out there. Mornings are going to start to get warmer here in the next couple of days, but humidity does manage to at least get a little bit lower, especially going into tomorrow. Today, it's still pretty high. That's why we had that feels like number sitting about 5 degrees above where the thermometer will be. But Saturday, pushing well down into the comfortable area, so not really accounting for a lot of that extra feels like number heading into tomorrow. Sunday gets a little different. We start to build it up back towards more noticeable levels. Monday starts to go back down, but Tuesday and Wednesday of next week are going to start dealing with chances for rain. So that's going to overall add in that chance of seeing that feels like numbers start to climb a little bit higher. Temperatures on their own are about to start pulling up pretty high as we head towards the end of this month and September. But again, for the Commanders and Ravens game later this afternoon or evening, should be pretty fine. Temperatures at their highest today go up to about 88. 86 again on Saturday, 90 on Sunday. Looking at a decent amount of sunshine here for both of these days. It's going to be bright. It's going to be comfortable for at least a few of them. But then we just keep climbing as we head later into next week. Monday, final day of August, numbers up to 93 degrees. We're starting off September like how we were trying to start off July. Numbers are well above average for this time of year, and the numbers keep slowly trying to get near triple digits. We got 96 on Tuesday, 97 on Wednesday. Looking at a few showers and storms starting to work in. Those trying to do us a favor. Numbers trying to sit back down into the mid-90s as we head closer to the end of next week.